The D-Day commemoration.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You own this then?
Yeah.
Look at that. I bet it's not so comfortable to ride in, is it?
Oh, I've heard my car.
Really?
Yeah.
So we just stopped for a coffee in this beautiful, apparently one of the prettiest villages in France. And the sun's come out. Perfect. That was a lovely stop in the beautiful little village of Saint-Senery-de-Géré. The sun came out as we arrived and now it's disappeared again. But it's a lovely little place. Voted one of the prettiest in France. Anyway, we're going to grab some petrol now in Alençon and head out to our final destination of Chateau De Sarceaux. So, we'll see you when we check in.
I have lost my way in the city, and I feel alone when you're with me. I look for places where I can't hide.
So after a lovely coffee stop, this was just a short 25-minute ride to our final destination of the Chateau De Sarceaux.
I've been trying to fake it. I have said I can take it, but I think you should let me go. 'Cause I need some time. 'Cause it has been too long since I got any sleep. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten some time just for me. Yeah, I need some time. I think I just wanna feel like home, but these days I just feel long gone, and I don't know how to make it right. I've been trying to fake it. I have said I can take it, but I think you should let me go. 'Cause I need some time. 'Cause it has been too long since I got any sleep. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten some time just for me. Yeah, I need some time. Sometime 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 I need some time. 'Cause I need some time. 'Cause it has been too long since I got any sleep. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten some time just for me. Yeah, I need some time. Sometime I need some time. 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 Sometime.
Afternoon, folks. We've just arrived at our final destination of the Chateau De Sarceaux, and we are staying in an actual chateau. This has been in the family for 5 generations. How perfect is this? Look at it. Apparently she has some beer and dinner's at 7 o'clock. Chicken supreme. But anyway, let's go and check out our room. So, our room for the night. Wow. A room with a view. And apparently you can even swim in that pond. What do you think?
Well, it's beautiful and bright, isn't it? Really bright place.
We did...
Big.
Yeah. And look at this for a bathroom. Huge bathroom, tub, shower.
And the lady seems lovely, really accommodating.
Let's hope it's not haunted like the one in Bergerac. That would be great.
She says it's been in her family for 5 generations.
5 generations.
And it's 18th century.
Stunning place.
Beautiful.
Well, let's hope the beer and the food are up to scratch as well, which I'm sure they'll be brilliant.
I'm sure they will be lovely.
But what an interesting place. Another we can put into the category of quirky. Chateau De Sarceaux. Excellent.
Voilà. Bien.
Mais oui. Merci. Cheers everybody. Here at o'clock at the Chateau De Sarceaux. These are the people who are staying with us in the hotel.
From Italy.
Italy, from Genoa. Genoa. And of course the proprietor, the chief, the master.
And Belgium.
And from Belgium. And the Harley rider from Belgium.
The Harley rider that wants really a triumph.
Voilà. C'est magnifique.
Madame, ici, s'il vous plaît. Monsieur,
Merci.
s'il vous plaît.
Merci. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's le Chateau De Sarceaux. All laid out. We didn't check exactly what time it was, did we? So, would we recommend a stay at this quirky, fascinating chateau?
There are around 40,000 chateaux in France. Some, like Chenonceau, which we visited while we were staying in Tours, are huge buildings of enormous historical interest, but many are smaller, privately owned and much-loved homes. Chateau De Sarceaux was one of those. Run by Jackie and Herve, her husband, the 18th century chateau has been in Jackie's family for 5 generations. It's situated around 4 kilometres from the centre of Alençon and sits in acres of beautiful gardens and woodland. Our room was huge and had a very spacious ensuite with tub and separate shower. The furnishings and decor were in keeping with the age of the chateau, as they were throughout the property, with old portraits, ornaments, antique furniture and beautiful old wood flooring. Our room had floor-to-ceiling balcony doors, so was bright and overlooked the pond and grounds. The bed was large and comfortable and there was plenty of storage. There wasn't a TV in the room, but Wi-Fi was good, not that we had much time to use it. Jackie gave us the choice of eating on our own or joining the other guests for dinner. Whilst neither of us have especially good French, we have enough between us to at least make ourselves understood, well, most of the time. So we chose to spend the evening with the other 4 visitors. Jackie and her husband do all the catering for their guests, and the evening began with drinks outside in the sunshine where we were introduced to the others, a couple from Italy and a Belgian couple who frequently enjoy trips on their Harley. Both couples had stayed at Chateau De Sarceaux many times before. Dinner was salmon terrine followed by chicken supreme. Both were delicious, accompanied by some lovely wines and followed with a selection of cheeses. It was one of the best meals we'd had on our trip. Breakfast was included in the price and was a choice of breads, fruit, yoghurt and croissant with coffee. The chateau was accessed via a gravel driveway. It's very well maintained, so the gravel was quite deep, as was the parking area at the front of the building. Parking was very secure and we didn't even feel the need to lock our bikes. Jackie and her husband clearly take great pride in providing a really wonderful experience for their visitors. Most of their guests are repeat customers, some having stayed dozens of times, and we could see why. We hadn't experienced this kind of accommodation before, but we had a fantastic stay and the service was exceptional.
Well, good morning folks. We had a great night last night in the Chateau De Sarceaux here, and we still got the good weather with us. Blue sky, not quite as hot as yesterday, but what a fabulous place to stay. So we're just packing up now, and today we're heading to our final leg of our trip to Deauville. But first of all, we're going to go to Honfleur, a beautiful place, grab a spot at lunch, then head to Deauville. Our original plans have been scuppered because we should be going to maybe the Normandy beaches, Arromanches, Pegasus Bridge, but today is the 80th anniversary of D-Day and there's massive commemorations going on. There's loads of restricted roads and you can't get anywhere near the beaches or anything to do with D-Day unless you've got special tickets and stickers. And so unfortunately we're going to have to resort to plan B. Anyway, what a fabulous place this is. Highly recommended. We definitely stay here again. So let's get packed and check in on the road.
Watch the clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure.
And so the final leg of our journey was going to take us north to the beautiful seaside town of Honfleur for lunch before heading off to our final destination of Deauville.
Make mistakes, I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive.
Honfleur is one of France's most visited towns, and it's not hard to see why, especially on a day like today. We'd stayed here for a couple of nights a few years ago on a previous bike trip. It's considered by many to be one of the most picturesque small harbours in the whole of France. And so we thought it would be a perfect place to stop off for a quick bite of lunch on the way to Deauville. That was a great lunch break in Honfleur. If you've never been there, we can highly recommend it. And while we're on the way back to pick up the bikes, we bumped into two of our subscribers, Ian and Steph, who were doing their own tour of Normandy. As the closest seaside resort to Paris, Deauville is one of the most notable seaside resorts in France. The city and its region of the Côte Fleurie, or the Flowery Coast, have long been home to the French upper classes' seaside houses and is often referred to as the Parisian Riviera. But for us, it was just going to be a one-night stopover that was convenient before we got a very early ferry from Caen. Let's go and check out the room. One in the delightful ibis. But standard kind of ibis room, as you'd expect. Big TV, clean. What else can you say about it?
It's sunny.
It's sunny outside. We've got a bathroom. Okay. Yeah. It'll do for one night, and then we're up at the crack of dawn to catch a very early ferry. So let's go and explore the delights of Deauville. So here we are in Deauville, just arrived. It's lovely weather, a little bit fresh. Look and seeing what other possibilities are for some beer o'clock and dinner tonight. So, Deauville in the evening and the final beer o'clock in France. Beer o'clock and a gin and tonic. Cheers. So our last meal in France, in Deauville, and we're going for pizza. Well, obviously you would in France. It's Italian beer Moretti, and a pizza. But at least we're having some Pinot Noir as a nod toward the French. It's a very lovely pizza and our last meal of this epic French trip. Tomorrow we're up very early to ride to Caen for ferry back to Portsmouth. So we'll probably check in tomorrow on the ferry. So if you ever find yourself in Deauville, would we recommend a stay at the Ibis Hotel?
We've stayed in Ibises before, and a little like Premier Inns, you kind of know what you're going to get. Clean and functional. This one was located in a harbour just off the River Touques in Deauville. It's a pretty area and the harbour is lined with bars and restaurants. We chose it because it's only a 40-minute ride from Caen, where we were catching a very early ferry back to Portsmouth the following day. Normally there would be hotels available closer to the port, but we arrived on the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings and everything closer to the celebrations was completely sold out. Those, like the Ibis, which still had availability, were charging in the region of €240 for a room, which would typically cost around €90, and frankly, we felt a bit ripped off. To be honest, the room was fine, as was the ensuite. It was unremarkable, with a TV and small cupboard for our kit. There was a restaurant at the Ibis, but we chose to walk to one of the bars in the harbour where we continued our theme of varied food and ordered pizza, like you do in France. Breakfast wasn't included in the astronomic price, and given we had to leave by 6 a.m, that wasn't a problem, and we saved ourselves for the delights of the Brittany Ferry self-service cafe. The car park was underground. We found these pretty easy to negotiate in the past, but this one had 3 pretty steep curbs leading to the entrance, all so close together that both wheels on the bikes weren't at the same level until you reach a very steep slope leading to the garage door. We're pretty used to bumping up and down the curbs, but this car park entrance clearly didn't have bikers in mind, and we both nearly dropped the bikes. There are some pretty bad scratches on the ground, so clearly other people had had the same issue. Reception staff opened the door, and once inside it's very secure. There is a code for exit which gives you seconds to go through the door before closing again. I'm sure we'll find ourselves at an Ibis sometime in the future, but hopefully for a third of the price, which is what it was worth.
The next morning saw us wake up to a very cold, crisp morning in Deauville, so we set off for the relatively short, quiet ride to the harbour in Caen, catching a beautiful sunrise on the way. Fortunately, our route to the ferry took us over at Pegasus Bridge, one of the main sites we actually wanted to see as part of the D-Day commemorations. But yesterday there'd be no chance of getting anywhere near this bridge, unlike today. On the 6th of June 1944, the bridge was the objective of members of D Company 2nd Airborne Battalion Ox and Bucks Light Infantry, who were part of the 6th Airborne Division, under the command of Major John Howard. Their task was to land with gliders and take the bridge intact until relieved by the main British invasion forces. The successful capture of these bridges played an important role limiting the effectiveness of a German counterattack in the aftermath of the Normandy invasion. The original bridge, built in 1934, is now a war memorial, and it was replaced in 1994 by the modern bridge we're riding over right now. But this is still an historic place of massive significance during D-Day. So as disappointed as we were not to see it the day before during the commemoration, it was a real pleasure to ride across it when it was virtually empty the day after. Well, we're here, folks, headed to the Perry Port near Caen. Didn't do a video this morning leaving the hotel as it was too cold to hang around doing videos. But here we are, and it looks really bright, doesn't it? And as you can see, not cold at all, not shivering. The D-Day commemoration.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You own this then?
Yeah.
I bet it's not so comfortable to ride in, is it?
Oh, I've heard my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that. And so that was it. Our Tour de France was complete. After a memorable trip from the very south to the very north, it was time to head back to Blighty.